Well, if you're coming down the Hocking Hills to enjoy a few days, one of the things you might want to consider is taking an airplane ride and kind of seeing the Hocking Hills from the air. And the owner of Sundowner Aviation can certainly point out some of the great points of the Hocking Hills. Or maybe you want to get that pilot's license and do that yourself. You can learn some of that right here on a simulator just like this. We learned more from Pat Rooney. Sundowner Aviation is right at basically the foot of the Hocking Hills here in Lancaster. Mm-hmm. What about people that actually just kind of want to take a tour and see it? What are some facts about that?
Well, this is a great place to come, and they can learn a little bit about flying, and we can show them some of the geography. Like Mount Pleasant here in Lancaster is right at the edge where the Wisconsin Glacier stopped 50,000 years ago. And from the air, you can see it all the way down through the valley, where to the west is pretty flat, and to the east where it goes into the hills. So it's kind of neat to see geography in action, if you will.
What's it look like kind of taking a look at the actual Old Man's Cave and that from the air? I imagine that's pretty breathtaking to see.
Well, it is and it isn't. During the summer, it's not that exciting because there's so many trees, and you can't see through them, so you can't see what's going on. Mm-hmm. But in the fall, when we have the leaves changing, it's just breathtaking.
Let's talk a little bit about flight training, because one of the things you obviously do here, and you do well, is by all the shirt tails that are back here from people who solo and all the people who have their license that's written on this prop. What does it typically take to get a license today?
Well, you're looking at least 40 hours. U.S. average is 75. Around here, we're running about 55 hours for your license. And you basically do simulated instrument stuff. You have to do, obviously, takeoff and landings. You got to learn all your emergency procedures. And you got to pass an oral exam, a written exam, and a flight exam. So it's fairly challenging.
Oh. It's a rainy day, and if I'm learning, what do I do when it's raining?
Well, on a rainy day like today, there's not so much that we can do in the airplane. But we do have a simulator, and we can use that for both instrument, and we can use that for VFR flying. VFR being when it's clear, instrument obviously being when it's cloudy.
Well, that's certainly a neat way to learn using a simulator, and I'm sure it's a little less expensive than actually flying the real thing.
Oh, it's a lot. It's only about a third the cost. Yeah. And you can get a lot of training because the nice thing is you don't have the stress, and you can just stop it. It's real hard to pull over in the air.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, give us some contact information where we can come down and take a ride with Sundowner or take some lessons.
All right, you can find us at sundowneraviation.com, and you can call us at 740-654-7001.
Fantastic. Pat, so good seeing you again. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for coming down.